Thank you for joining me for this presentation. Today we will explore Stanton College Preparatory School located in Jacksonville, Florida in Duval County Public School System. So some quick facts. Duval County Public Schools is ranked 20th as one of the largest school districts in the nation. With over 129,000 students and 12,000 employees. There are 197 schools located throughout the district. The overall graduation rate is 85.6% and has a B grade as a district. Looking at the high school or the district's high school data, there are over 34,000 students between grades 9 through 12 with a 90% daily attendance rate. One achievement held by the district is the college and career acceleration component embedded in most high schools throughout the district. So that means 75% of high school graduates in the Duval County public school systems graduate with some form of transferable college credit or an industry certification. And Stanton College Preparatory is at the forefront of that metric with a commitment to ensuring both college and career readiness following high school completion. Um, and just to add, although this isn't in the slide, they actually have one of the highest um, college and career acceleration components as far as ensuring students graduate with some type of college credit or industry certification beyond the 75% in the district. And this is a reoccurring theme with Stanton College Preparatory is that they are well well ahead in many of the achievements they make in comparison to both the district as well as the state and even nationally. So Stanton College Preparatory was founded in 1868 after emancipation in the United States with the purpose of educating individuals who were essentially oppressed and prohibited from learning. Today, it continues that mission as one of the best ranked high schools in the United States, as I mentioned earlier. It's ranked not only as the 55th best high school in the U.S., ranked not only as the 55th best high school by U.S. News, but fifth in Florida and number one in Jacksonville. And this is the vision statement. The vision of Staten College Preparatory School is to ensure every student is inspired and prepared for success in college or a career in life. And so the school is ethnically diverse, primarily serving minority students, with 48% being male and 52 being female. And having such diversity in their schools just kind of solidifies their mission to ensure that every student has a quality education, and regardless of their path beyond high school, whether they decide to go to college or decide to pursue the career route, they are ensuring that every student is equally prepared, regardless of their financial circumstances, their ethnic background. They do a really good job of building all of their students. And so, although Stanton College Preparatory School outperforms district and state metrics in nearly every area, as I said earlier, leadership identified all opportunities for improvement. Um, So, leadership identified three key areas of focus for the 23-24 school improvement plan. And those include the instructional practice related to ELA, instructional practice related to math, and positive culture and environment. And so the school was not required to extensively detail various state required components of the SIP, as a result of meeting all the state-defined accountability measures and actually exceeding them to some of the highest in the state. And so before we look at the three areas in the improvement plan, we'll identify the key stakeholders that were involved in facilitating the SIP. That would include the principal, assistant principals, dean of students, as well as the data entry clerk, who's also involved in the process as well. So the first key area focused on instructional practice related to ELA as a result of a small decline in reading, and that decline was 94% to 92%. Um, the key stakeholders determined that an increase in intensive reading classes were necessary to improve the reading metric. Teachers are expected to use the exact path data to identify student deficiencies early and benchmark progress throughout the year. And so the key stakeholder responsible for overseeing this improvement goal is the assistant principal. For the next opportunity for improvement identified by the stakeholders, um, this focused on instructional practice related to math as a result of geometry performance decline. Geometry data declined by 1% from 90% to 89%. And again, even though that well exceeds both district and state performance levels, that still was a decline identified by leadership. And so that led to key stakeholders establishing a target percentage of at least 92%, and collaboration between all geometry teachers with review of data during common planning. And so the school and the key stakeholders, make sure to designate adequate time for those geometry teachers to meet collectively and collaborate to review that data. So the key stakeholder that was assigned the responsibility for overseeing this improvement goal is the principal. And for the last key area focused in the SIP, the last key area was positive culture and environment. Um, and so this was related to progress monitoring plan completion, which was low, with only 63% of teachers reporting for students identified at level one reading. Leadership will cultivate a non-negotiable culture on PMP completion with a target goal of 100% completion. And so all this doesn't directly tie to although this doesn't directly tie to, let's say, the performance of students, this is primarily related to the performance of teachers adequately submitting the necessary documentation to key stakeholders across the institution. And so leadership decided to, again, kind of bring in that culture of making sure teachers complete the PMPs and also actively monitoring PMP submission data and outline communications with each teacher on submission expectations. And again, the person that is responsible for this as well is the principal. So the principal is overseeing two components of the SIP with and the assistant principal overseeing another. And that concludes this presentation. Here we have references that were cited throughout the presentation. And thank you for your time and watching.